Hello, everybody, and welcome back to This Needs to Be Said. I am your host, CJ Jones, and this is Elephant Exposed. Guys, we just gonna jump right into this. As you can see, I didn't even run my little sound trailer at the beginning of the program. But I would like to give a big shout out and a very big thank you to my co-host, my main man, my dude, Duane Stinson. What's up? What's up? How you
What
feeling?
up? What up? What's up, my brother? Hey, Pound.
Boom, baby.
Bye.
Boom. All right. So, man, listen. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm feeling some kind of way today.
What's up?
And
What's up?
and the reason why I'm feeling some type of way today is because I this is my second big peeve. You saw the first pet peeve was the sagging. This is my second one. This is another elephant exposed, by the way. This is it. It is a injustice when it comes to adulthood.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
The lack of accountability for what you do as an adult. I don't care what pronoun you identify with. Once you hit the age of responsibility, time's up, bro, sis, or whatever you want to call yourself.
Right.
I am sick to death of people that's supposed to be of a responsible age. Just like everything else, life itself has stages.
Right.
We come into this world naked. But then as you get older, things begin to happen. Your body begin to change. Things begin to take on processes for you to grow up until you die. That is the whole entire cycle of life, real quick in 3 seconds by CJ Jones.
Right.
Okay? But within this cycle, you have to grow what I call the hell up.
Yep, I knew it was coming. I thought you was gonna use another word. But...
Oh, I was. Believe me, it was there. Believe me, it was there. But I am TNTBS. This needs to be said.
Right.
Ooh, but you know it. You felt it, didn't you?
Oh yeah. I was breaking myself for
it. But I want for people to see it without being like, oh, clutch my pearls.
Right.
Listen, oh my, I am so fed up with individuals, period. And I don't care what your age is. I don't care what your age is. But if you're a Christian man like myself, if you're a believer like myself, or even if you're not a believer, we got something for you. Okay?
Right.
Now let's start out with the believers first. So let's go ahead and knock them out. At the age of 12 or about 12, you go through what we call a process of, it's similar to what Jesus did with his mom and dad. He told them, I had to be about my father's business. That was a transition to where he was no longer being treated like the little baby boy. You know, he has some maturing to do. He has some growing to do. In the Jews' faith, they have bar mitzvahs.
Right.
Wonder what that is. In the Latin community, they have help me, the females, the transition to becoming a woman. Is it the quinceañeras or something like that? But basically, it's like the transition for the female where she's starting to going into womanhood. That means you're coming out of being a baby.
Right.
In African cultures and other European cultures, we all have our little transition of I am no longer a child.
Right.
There's another example in the Bible. Like I said, since we're talking about believers first, Jeremiah, whenever he was talking about how when he was looking back as an adult, over his life. And he said, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I think as a child. But now I'm a man, I put away childish things.
Yep. Right.
Now, for my people that don't claim God or don't believe in God and all this other stuff, okay, fine. We got something for you. It's called age of responsibility. So whether you 12, 15, 16, 18, because now in some cases, depending on who you are, what color you are, and all these other things, you are responsible for yourself. At the age of 18 in the United States, you can sign a contract.
Right.
You may not be able to fire off a weapon or drink alcohol. And in some cases, in some states, I guess, you still can't even buy cigarettes. Right. In some states.
But they're doing it anyway.
But they do it anyway. But the thing about it is that you want to be grown only when, D?
When you want to be grown.
What?
You know what I'm saying? You know, people out here doing crimes and murders, and like you said, they want to drink, they want to smoke, they want to carry pistols. But then when it comes down on you, oh, I'm just a teenager. You know what I'm saying?
But you was out here being grown.
Right. You 18 and you got 2 little boys already, but now you want to, hey, I'm not fully grown yet. My mind is not matured enough yet. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, in other cultures, by the time you 18, you know what I'm saying? Like in a lot of, I think sometimes we babying our adolescents in this country. You know what I'm saying? By leaving them in that, oh, they don't know any better yet. That's because we coddling them. We not expecting more of them. You know what I'm saying? We not.
Bro, run that again. I'm sorry. Hit bloop, rewind tape, and do that all over again. We what to them?
We coddling them in this country. Wow. You know, it's like that's my baby boy. You know, it's like we just, even when they in the late teens, well, it's okay. He don't know no better. But in other countries by that time, you fully expected to almost be out on your own. You're supposed to have a job, you self-sufficient, all these things. And a lot of times in our country, he just having fun. He in high school or they in college, they just partying or, he in his late teens, he'll get together. When you gonna get together? Time is time. Wasted time is wasted time. You can't get that back.
Listen, we coddle so much. Let's ping on that. In the American culture, and especially in the Black American culture,
let's talk about
coddle. It. I know we coddle like a mug.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and that's the reason within our own culture, we coddle the most. And so allow me to help ring the bell and open up the eyes. What is one of our most favorite movies from back in the day? Yes, the movie was written for entertainment, but it
Baby
had
Boy? Is it Baby Boy?
Boy, you own it. You are on it. You didn't even let me set it up.
I was like, yeah, I told you we here. I told you.
Man, we are constantly here. That's crazy. I didn't even tell you what I was. Wow.
But I know where you're going with it.
But the inner message is that's what missed the whole entire culture. You think, therefore you are.
Right.
Because you put it into action. That's why I'm no man's nigga. I'm no man's boy. I am no man's outside of what my mother have named me due to my government name and what you see my name is as CJ Jones, because that's what I like to be called. My friends call me CJ. People that don't know me can call me Mr. TNTBS. But those are the only titles, well, not the only titles, because I'm dad, I'm uncle, I'm brother, I'm all of those titles. I'm grandpa, I'm pop. I'm all of those titles, but come at me sideways if you want to, and it does not matter about your color. So, can you tell I got triggered today?
Yeah, I want to ask you what specifically, you know what I'm saying? You know, we let's get on into the meat. Let's get into the meat. You don't even have to call real names, but
I witnessed off to the side a young person getting the repercussions of a decision that they made, and then have the nerve to want to clap back and get an attitude, deflect the accountability and the responsibility, and say, oh, it was your fault. It was your fault. It was your fault. It was no person. No.
Right.
That was all you.
That's right.
This is what we call life. Welcome.
That's right. Right. And
you
know
let me
what?
tell you something. Like I said, I don't care about the age, because you know where manhood and womanhood is first start to be interwoven into a person. Do you know when it actually starts? When the baby first starts to talk and starts to comprehend what, hey, mommy, hey, daddy.
That's true. Because
and even before then, it's the energy.
It's a process, yeah. Yeah.
Even before that baby begin to talk, but when that child perceives mom and dad's hold and cuddle, it knows this is a masculine energy. This is a mommy energy. I can do this with this energy. I can do that with that energy.
And let me put this out here.
So let's break it all the way down.
Right. Me as being a father of 3 that went through a divorce, and I raised my sons.
Yes, sir.
I went through a time when I sort of overcompensated and maybe didn't expect as much out of my boys, because I felt like they've been through something or whatever. But then I had to wake up and realize the world is coming at them hard. Once they get to be 18, the police gonna treat them like a man.
Yes, sir.
The employer is gonna treat them like a man. That bill collector gonna treat them like a man.
Exactly.
So in our culture, while we babying our boys and while we not expecting too much of them, what we expect, we saying, well, they gonna get together. The rest of the world just chomping at the bit, waiting to get to them. They're like,
yeah.
I've been waiting.
They're gonna eat them alive.
Right. I've been waiting to get I've been waiting to get my hands on him since he was born. Now he's 17, especially young black men.
And the government just sitting back, sitting back, being like, we got a place for them. If you can't handle them, we got a nice cozy 6x9.
That's
and
right.
You can throw them right in there in the grown-up timeout. Because that's what jail is. Let's be real.
Right.
It's a grown-up timeout because you could not conform. You refuse to conform to the game that is played here in these United States of America. And yes, it is a game, but it's a game of life.
Most
and
definitely.
no man born of a woman, and I do mean this, I don't care how sensitive you get. No man born of a woman asked to come here. So you can miss me with all of that too. Miss me with that violin.
Right.
I didn't ask to come here. Neither did I. I'm sorry.
Right.
Right.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. Like I said, and I don't care who you are. I don't care what age group you are. It's time, it's overdue. And especially if you're Black. Especially if you're Black.
Right.
It's time for you to grow up.
Because, another thing is growing up as a Black child, once you start to be able to discern things and start to, even you probably were the same way. When you start to learn about history, when you start to be able to understand what's going on in this world, you understand that as a Black man, you're going to have to be a little bit tougher than everybody else in this world. You're going to have to be a little bit, your grind going to have to be a little bit harder just to make it, just to be equal with other people. Right. And so by the time you reach 18, you know, that's why a lot of times we tell our kids when they start to get close to getting out of high school, son, what you gonna do? You know, daughter, what you gonna do? You know,
what you've been thinking about.
I'm not forcing you to do anything, but you need to have a plan. You need to be on the offensive because you don't want to be on the defensive in life. Because that's like when you fight somebody. If you let them hit you first, the rest of that fight, you trying to recover from him stealing off on you.
Amen, bro. Amen. Amen.
So in life, it's best to be on the offensive and start growing up, even before they expect you to grow up. That's why when you meet people that's very mature for their age, it's very impressive. You might meet a young man that's you see exemplary examples of people that's 12, 13 going to college. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They because they taking life serious. They already got their businesses. And I'm not saying everybody's gonna be that way, but at least by your 17, 18, you should be having an idea of what you want to do. It shouldn't be no more, you know what I'm saying, of this time out and just partying and not taking things seriously because life is coming at you hard and you don't get another quarter. Like you said, life is a game, but you don't get another quarter. You remember we used to play Street Fighter at East Lamar, you know, and every time you got beat up and you died that 3 times, you got to put up. Yeah, it ain't like that.
Exactly. All right, so I'm gonna stop yelling, D. But and I appreciate you, bro. Like I said, I apologize to my LE watchers out there if y'all never seen me get really passionate about something before. This man, just what I saw today just did it for me. My baby said, "Get in the studio." So, and you know what? That happens too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb nobody. But y'all, man, thank y'all for listening to me, man. I had to get this off my chest. I know, D, you can't hang around. You pressed for time. I appreciate you rocking with me today.
Oh yeah.
I'm working with a newer piece of hardware. So all of my little MRTNTBS, like little trailers and stuff, is on the old hardware. I got to transfer it to this one and everything. But I still had to do this recording. I still had to do it. And guys, I appreciate y'all hanging in there with us. We got more content coming. Yes, this show again is about exposing elephants in the room. This by far, I think, is like if I had a top 10, we only went to 2. So you can imagine what my other ones are. But
this message too is, like you say, the thing about this show is it's very informative, but it's also very something that you can apply to life, and just somebody scrolling and they happen to see this episode, because you have people that's struggling with how to raise their sons, or you know what I'm saying, they might be, you never know, somebody might have been, I was just thinking about that, because we all go through it with our kids and how, are we being too rough on them? And when you think about how rough life gonna be on your child, you can't be too rough on them. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it real with them,
exactly.
Because I don't know exactly what you witnessed today, but it sounded like it was the consequence of somebody not wanting to be accountable for a grown person of age, not wanting to take responsibility for something that they did. This is like, you remember when people used to say about babies and stuff, like, I didn't lay down, get the pleasure of making that baby. That's your baby. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same for every other thing. I didn't get the benefit of whatever you did in life. So don't try to make me feel bad, because we as parents, we do the best we can. A lot of parents look at it like this: once you're 18, get out of my house, and I don't necessarily believe in that philosophy. Once they're 18, they just out there, get out of my house, I ain't got nothing to do with you. But I gotta take the training wheels off. Exactly. You gotta start steering, and when you get to a hill, you gotta do that on your own at this time, partner.
That's right. And ladies, so let's go ahead and break it down to the male and female. And if you feel offended, oh well. Females, y'all have a job to do, and guys do too, but I'm gonna start with the females. All right, ladies, if you are with a guy and it's up to you to start setting perimeters, giving him guidelines, and giving him just setting boundaries. Okay, because if it's one thing that men love to do, we love to meet challenges, and especially if we think you're worth it. Okay, do you got something to add on that? Because I'm gonna jump on the men.
Go right ahead, my brother.
Okay, men, your lady is not your mother. She ain't your sister. She is not your leaning post. You are the post.
Right. At
Do
least
you
that's
feel
how. At least that's how it's supposed to be. Lately, we getting it twisted. We're getting it twisted a little bit, you know.
And now, and I'm not even talking about from a financial point of view.
Right,
Financially, I don't care who's bringing home the money. But really,
right,
my man, okay, my dude, regardless as to what that woman brings in, you better have something going on.
Oh yeah.
Like how this is what my mother would tell me. I don't care if you take 2 part-time jobs and make them a full-time. I don't care whether you're digging a ditch. See, I'm going back in my day. I don't care if you're digging a ditch or you're bagging groceries or throwing a newspaper. You, my man, better be working.
Oh yeah. And we find that really, we find that really soon in life that, you know, like you said, if you don't have that one really, really good job, you better get you 2 and add them together and do what you gotta do.
Get something going.
Right.
And women, I know it is in your nature to want to coddle and see the potential in these men and so forth and everything. It ain't all about sex. Let's just be real. Here's the elephant. It's not all about sex.
Right.
It's not all about him being fine and cute and girl, ooh. Because guess what? He had to get that paper some type of way for him to be all ooh. If he's super fine, that means he had a lot of time to go work out.
Right.
What was that Coach Lil John used to always tell us? Whenever he would see us all cuddled up with our girls and stuff, he'd be like, "Son, girls and weights don't mix. You're gonna love one more than the other."
Coach Lil John used to say so many things, man.
And I was just like, God, hey, boom, I got you. Y'all separate.
Right.
And I was like, wow. All right, coach. All right. But anyway, that was a little junior high school band too.
Right.
It's a Cochran thing. Y'all don't understand. All right.
Yeah.
So, but but nah, okay, listen, for real, I said I was gonna rap. See, now you got me sound like that preacher that had like 2 and 3 closings.
Yeah.
We're gonna let y'all go. We appreciate y'all hanging in there. I did start out.
We can even do part 2 of this one. This one is, you know, we can, you know.
I feel a part 2 coming on.
Yeah, we'll let this. Hey, but I appreciate you having me on today, man. Like you say, definitely an important topic. You know, need to be said. You know, elephant need to be exploded. You know, take that cover off the elephant. Blast that elephant.
That's what we do, baby. That's what we do.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna wrap it up. D, stay on shortly after this, and we'll get a wrap. Okay. We'll talk to y'all later. Okay.
All right now.
Peace.